Hello again everyone, Bobster here again. I'm just going to do a quick video about my predictions and thoughts for Newcastle's game on Saturday. We are playing Man United away, probably one of the teams alongside obviously Sunderland, who I absolutely cannot fucking stand, really can't, hate them. It goes probably back to just the whole Fergie thing, you know what I mean? Just, you know, he was a complete wanker, let's be brutally honest. I'm sorry to the Man United fans that might say it, but he was superb manager and everything, but the way he went on, just one of the contributing factors to me always hating the buggers, and the fact that they obviously beat to the title. But that's another subject anyway. Yes, this video is going out a day after Newcastle have signed, I can't pronounce his name, but Thauvin, whatever you call him. 13 million plus Rebbe Kamela going in the other way. I'm not sure if I'm 100% happy with it. Purely because I think Cabela, although he didn't really show much last year, I think there could have been an opportunity to give him another chance. Give him a second season, see what he could have done. But obviously the decision's been made to ship him out. Obviously it is only on loan, but majority of the time when a player goes on loan, it does become permanent, and if he does, good luck to him. And obviously we've got this new player in 13 million. I have to say, I know a lot's been made of the defence, and obviously a lot of people are wanting more defenders coming in, but personally it's not going to happen. If you look at how many players we've got that can play centre back, maybe the only position I think we could be possibly light in is at left back, because I think Haidara is found wanting, and these first two games of the season he really has been quite poor, and I think a lot of people scrambling around saying, oh, they're not happy with what we've done. I mean, I don't know how anyone can be unhappy. We spent 50 million in the summer, 4 players that are going to go straight into the side, and obviously Ivan Toney, who will obviously hopefully develop into a good player. I've never seen anything about him, but it's one of those. He's a young lad. We'll give him a chance. Whether or not Thauvin, or whatever you call him, is I honestly don't know how to pronounce his name, but you get the gist anyway. Whether or not he'll play on Saturday, I don't know. From what I've heard, Paul Simpson coming out doing interviews. Why the fuck's he doing the interviews anyway? Someone knows something I don't know. He's come out and said that he could go straight into the side. Fair play. Now, obviously, apart from when we beat them 1-0 to Kabai's goal in December 2013, I believe it was, we don't have a very good record away to Man United. Let's face it, lads, we don't. It's a pretty shocking record. It's one of those places there where we just do not travel very well, alongside Anfield, and in recent years, Man City. Anyway, I think the team that we should put out, this is just my opinion obviously, as everything on my channel is, it's all my opinion. I think obviously in goal it writes for itself. It's got to be Tim Krul at right back, with Jan Mat stupidly getting himself sent off last week. Let's face it, he was a stupid boy for doing that. Obviously, you know, Montero had his life and he didn't like it from the first minute. Let's be brutally honest, he didn't like it. I think at right back it's probably going to be Anita, and obviously the two centre backs will more than likely stay as Mbemba and Kolo. Kolo needs to put in a performance. He needs to start doing something. He just looks so off the pace. I remember in the first game against Southampton, obviously they scored to make it 2-2. 10 minutes to go, and there was a couple of opportunities. I think it was Mane, where he just ran at him and he just stood there and just let him, as if he was just letting him a free access to get through. And I thought, oh, come on, you know, this is proven that Colaccini is looking a bit past it. I'm hoping, I'm not slagging him off, I'm not saying he's finished and everything, I'm just saying he's looking a bit suspect. I'm hoping we'll get a performance out of him. And Mbemba's looked quite solid, looked decent. It looks like he's quite accomplished on the ball, so I think it'll be those two at centre back, and obviously Haidara will be at left because there's nobody else. This is where I think, obviously with Anita dropping down into right back, I think Tiote will come in, unfortunately. I've never been his biggest fan. A lot of people seem to think that because he scored one goal against Arsenal, it was enough to make him a world beater. Unfortunately not. He's done nothing ever. He hasn't. He hasn't even looked accomplished at his position from the moment he signed for me, and he's done nothing. And the fact that he's going to come back into the squad, yeah, he worked with McLaren back at 20, but he's going to come back into the squad, and he's like really just going to waltz in, and because obviously they're sending off, and he's a liability anyway. I think Colback will play with him, and then it's going to be a bit of a defensive midfield. I literally can't see him dropping Obertan, and if you've watched my previous video, you'll know I'm not his biggest fan, but I've got to lay off him a little bit. The first two games he played well against Southampton. He played as well as anyone could have done against Swansea last week, in a team that faced it didn't want to be there. Newcastle were awful last week. Sissoko, as I've just read, is doubtful. If Sissoko's doubtful, you know, just go for it. Put Thousand in. Put him in. Why not? Give him a chance. You know, you got nothing to lose by putting him in. Just hire him straight in. I think he's going to obviously play one up top. I doubt. I mean, I personally would like to see Mitrovic start. I want to see him. I want to see what he can do. And the first two games, I know he's obviously been booked in very quickly into his games, but I just want to see him. You know, you can tell he's chomping at the bit. He just wants to play. So I would play Mitrovic, but I think he's going to go for Cisse. I think near enough it's going to be a very unchanged side to the last two games. Obviously the enforced changes will be Sissoko if he doesn't play, if he's doubtful, and obviously Janmaat being sent off, it leaves a space for Tiote to come in. I personally can't see any other formation, any other way they'll play. It'll probably be very similar. I just hope there's a bit more fight and a bit more bottle, a bit more steel in the midfield. The defence, I know it's poor, but they've got to try and maybe show a little bit more, if you know what I mean. They've got to try and show a little bit more steel, as I say, for the midfield. And what do I think the score's going to be? I mean, like I say, I genuinely think Newcastle got that much of a poor record. The result writes itself usually. I'm probably, I am, as I say, I'm Newcastle through and through. Everyone will know, it'll figure this out eventually, but I am going to have to go for a Man United win. I think they'll win 3-1. I know they won 3-1 last season, but I think I know they've not been very good so far this season. They've had 2 1-0 wins, but Memphis Depay looked stunning against Bruges. I am a massive admirer of him, and I just think he's class. I'm hoping that our Dutchman, Wijnaldum, will have a good game. I thought he was very anonymous against Swansea, and he had a decent debut, not world class. So I'm hoping that our Dutchman prevails, but unfortunately I think it'll be theirs. And that's Depay. And obviously I know they've got a few Dutchmen, but I'm on about the one particular player. And obviously a Dutch manager. But yeah, unfortunately lads, I do think it'll be a defeat. If you think anything different, you know, leave a comment. If you like the video, give us a like. And obviously if you want to see any more of these videos in the future, then just hit the subscribe button. As I say, you might have seen my previous videos. I do FIFA videos. These are probably going to slow down. I'm not really going to play it very much over the next few weeks because obviously the anticipation for the new game will be out, but I will be doing a lot of videos for that as well. I'd also like to give a shout out to a friend who has just set up his own channel. It is a channel called Press Pause, which is going to be a gaming channel. I will be helping out as well with a few videos and a few FIFA videos as well. So keep your eyes peeled, and obviously, you know, I'll put the link in the description, and have a little wander over and see what he's got. He's going to be doing some of the videos for a lot of the games coming out over the summer, such as Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5, things like that. So if you're interested, have a little wander over and take a look. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back more than likely over the weekend with a reaction video as to hopefully not the massacre. Thanks for watching.